Can I give my honest opinion on what is troubling me so much about what's going on in the world right now? Here's what's troubling me. Okay. For those of you who never met rich people before, especially like really rich people, they are very insulated. I've never met anyone in Hollywood before. Now, that's a whole nother league of rich people. I'm talking about like a normal rich person. They're in their own league too. But they're insulated as well. They have an insulated world. People, around them smell it. They know that they're rich, so they act a different way around them. So even if it's not by their own doing, they're in an insulated world because people tend to act differently around them. Especially the parasites. They will, kiss ass, so good and everything. And these rich people, you know what I mean? Like and a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, driven by ego, will buy into it. You know what I mean? They'll listen to it and they'll buy into it so easily. It's like they're so smart when it comes to their money, but yet so dumb when it comes to these like con artists. You know what I mean? Like they get duped so easily. And this is what Trump is kind of reminding me of. He reminds me of like one of those rich guys who just is surrounded by a bunch of kiss asses, refuses to be around anyone giving him a critique or criticism, and it's troubling. And I say this for a couple of reasons. One, it's like, before we get into the girls' school, obviously, when someone asked him what surprised him most about this war, he said, well, I was kind of surprised that they were going to fight back. That kind of made my stomach sink a little bit, just a little bit. It's like, what? Wait, what? You're surprised? That's odd, because no one I knew was surprised. Were you all surprised that once the U.S. started bombing Iran, that they started bombing U.S. military installments? Were any of you all surprised? No, I was not surprised. So that kind of like tells me that like I that's what I began wondering. I'm like, who is he listening to? Like, is he actually listening to reliable people? Like, what is going on here? Why in what world would he be surprised that Iran was fighting back? And then it's like you see like when you go back to his tweets, like within the first day or two of this conflict's beginning, him like tweeting like, your leader is dead, rise up, Iran, take back your country. Like, did he think that like 100% of the country was for that? I mean, even if like 50% wanted that, like, it's just not, it doesn't seem to be very informed decision making going on. It really doesn't. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to appear that by choice. There seems to be no communication between anybody in his team, because like when they're asking like about this schoolgirls, like they're all given different answers. Like they don't know who's responsible or if it's America. Or no, not that they don't know if America. How could you not know? You know what I mean? That's troubling to me. How could the people at the very top not know if it's the United States who bombed this school? Like, what are you talking about? You don't know. And then Pete Hegseth said, we're investigating. Donald Trump said, and this will really make your stomach sick. Because, it's a vibration you catch when people are lying. It's the same vibration that we caught off of him, especially when you've already seen him lying before. You can tell very easily when he's lying again. Because, like, that whole Epstein stuff, when he said, when we were still talking about this Epstein, this Democratic hoax, like, that was the same vibration I got off of him when he actually looked the journalists dead in the face and said, no, Iran shot that school down. They're not very good at aiming their missiles. Like, what? Like, he is obviously lying. And I'm not saying that, like, he knows who bombed it. I think he's just saying that, protecting either the U.S. who did it or Israel who did it. And it's unfortunate because the investigations are looking a lot like the United States did it. So if Caroline Leavitt, Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio, Donald Trump, none of them know why or who is doing this, then who is strategizing? That is something you should be able to find out relatively quickly. You shouldn't need to investigate if the United States is responsible. If you're at the top dog, you should be able to find out relatively quickly who was strategizing that particular strike in that particular area. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. No? Listen, all I can say is it's cuckoo land. They're trying to make us doubt our own intelligence, to make us doubt our own eyes and our own ears. Don't let them do it. Stay vigilant. This is all bullshit. They're playing games in our face, and it's becoming more and more obvious by the moment. And they need to find out who ordered that strike on that girls' school, okay? This is ridiculous here. This is ridiculous. These are little girls. And you know what? It made me wonder. It's like, well, okay, let's say we did. What would be the purpose of that? Now, I heard one guy say, Billy Carson specifically, I heard his opinion on it. He seems to think that Israel most likely gave the United States bad intelligence about that particular area and where to bomb. That's his opinion, which sounds like a really good opinion. Okay. A more sinister opinion, and one I really hope isn't the case, is that the United States did this to instill fear in the Iranians. To maybe test what they're willing to deal with, to see if they'll concede quickly or who will concede, which, you know, I don't know. I think I like Billy Carson's theory better, but I don't know. The other part of me leans towards the more sinister side because, I mean, listen, we've seen them doing some evil stuff. Like some really freaking evil stuff. They eat and fuck their own children. So why would they give a fuck about bombing these little girls? You know what I mean? And I hate to say that about my own country because I love the United States. I'm a proud American, but damn! We're doing some, like, our government is doing some evil stuff to these people. And I don't like it. It bugs me. It makes me sick to my stomach. I've actually been physically affected by this. I wake up in pain. I don't know about any of you all, but I've been waking up, like, with physically sick to my stomach thinking about this. It's like, here we are, safe in our homes. You know what I mean? And our government, in our name, is killing children. I don't like it, and it's important, and I don't like it. You know, Earth to Tulsi Gabbard. Where is she at in all of this that's going on? Is she going to hawk the same lie, the nuclear bomb, the crap that we all know is not true? That we know is not true. Like, at least come up with a new lie. For goodness sakes. Come up with a new lie. You know, I don't know. I am praying for the people of Iran, for their safety and survival. I am praying that our troops fight through the brainwash and realize, like what Billy Carson also said, they are on their, if they partake in this, they could very well be facing their own Nuremberg trials for simply following orders. So they should, if they can, find a legal way to get out of the situation. If they can, I don't know what to say. I'm not in the military, nor am I affiliated with the military. So I don't know what the proper protocols and procedures would be for that. But surely, when it comes to like a matter of crimes against humanity and moral ethics, there is some I don't know. But like, this is getting crazy. And you know, I know that they're trying to scare us, talking about a draft. Listen, they can draft all they want. We can all just refuse not to do it. to not partake in their dumb little draft. I mean, I don't know if that's true. That could just be a rumor. I don't want to scare anybody. That could just be a rumor. I've not heard any specific validations of like a draft. I haven't even heard them call it a war yet, even though that's exactly what it is. So, you know, who knows? I'm just saying, like, just like the military doesn't technically have to, like, none of us, this is the illusion we need to get over really quickly. None of us technically have to do this. The people launching the missiles and the bombs don't technically have to do it. Like, the people making the commands at the very top, like Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump, you could very well just say no and let them come down and push the buttons and drop the bombs. Let them go in the fighter jet. You see what I'm saying? So, like, even though, yeah, there's an illusionary system in place of command that you've got to obey orders, you got to do what you're told, this and that and the other. I mean, it's all make-believe. It's all fake. It's not real. It's the 1%er propaganda saying that they own you and they control you and they control your futures. I beg of all of our soldiers to really think about this. Okay? Maybe they are. I hope they are. I don't know. I'm disappointed. I really thought we were coming to a place where we're all waking up, but like it just didn't, like, people didn't hesitate. They just started bombing, dropping bombs. It's like, what the heck? I'm going to try to have a little grace here and stuff because I know it's like, I know they're very brainwashed. Our military, they're very brainwashed. Like, and I have a lot of respect. Like I said, I don't know anybody in the military. I mean, I guess I know people in the military. I shouldn't say that. I don't, you know, have ties to the military is the better word. So, but I have a lot of respect for them. This was so wasteful and unnecessary and such bullshit, such utter betrayal. And the mask is off. The mask is off now. It's all been exposed in the last couple of days, especially who is really running things, who's in charge. Mask is off. And we all really got to have these serious conversations and meditations on what we're going to do next. But anyways, that's really all I had to say about it. But yeah, justice for those little girls. My heart goes out for their families. This was wrong. This was, and like, I don't even know, like, no words would even do them any respect. Really, there's nothing I could say that would actually respect how they're feeling right now, other than just to say, I am so sorry. You know what I mean? And that just seems so shallow for how I really feel about this. Like, the words just cannot describe. It really can't. I'm just in horror. I'm aghast. I don't care what game he's playing. I don't care if he's playing chess. I don't care if he's playing checkers. I don't care if he's playing fucking Donkey Kong. I really don't care what game Donald Trump is playing because innocent lives are dying. And he doesn't seem to be informed about any of it. He doesn't seem to be communicating. It doesn't seem to be that big of a deal to him, to be frank. And he needs to at least pretend like it is. Like, what the fuck is he even doing? Anyways, I gotta go. It's just all, it's all frustrating me. And I don't know. I don't know about y'all. It's frustrating me. And I'm going to have to move on to other topics. I cannot let them distract me from the Epstein stuff and the pedophiles that are running the world. Because honestly, that's what they're really doing. They're trying to distract us from that. You know what I mean? Yes, they would totally bomb a country to distract people from the satanic pedophiles running the world. Yes, of course they would. But anyways, with all that said, I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe wherever you are. Don't be stupid and be safe. Keep yourself alive and just be smart. Yeah. Let these warmongers go fight this war themselves. They're at the end of their lives. They want it so bad. Why don't they? You know what I mean? But anyways, have a good night.